Chloe's out there barking her head off. Maybe we can get her to come in here. Hey, Chloe, come on, knock it off. Gonna get the police called on me. Well, I'll tell you. Now, these old machines like this are better suited for cutting cast iron than more modern machines. As you can see, the length of the saddle here, the carriage wings, this is like 26 inches long. So when you're cutting, the ends are way behind the chuck and way behind here. And what I do is I just take a rag and just wipe these like that. But there's some other features of the machine that are hidden, and it's really hard to see. But maybe you can see it on this flat one here. There's a metal scraper on both the flat and the V-ways, and then plus there's ball oilers. So this way wiper has felt packing back here, then a spring mechanism pushing down this brass scraper. And it does the same on the V2. I don't know if you can see the little scrapers down here, but they're under spring pressure. So it scrapes the stuff off effectively. Older Hardinch did that on their dovetail ways too. They had a steel spring-loaded scraper, and it worked really quite well. So these old machines like this are just better suited for cast iron. Now, one of the things on modern machines that have a gap bed, the carriage will be cut off right here. So you're going to get a lot more chips, potentially entering under the ways on machines like that. And Dean Smith and Grace, to combat that, had way covers that would extend like this back behind the chuck. But there's always a problem with doing things like this. You can gain in one thing, but you're going to lose in another. And one of them is with these white carriages is actual travel of the carriage. And it's shorter than the distance between centers on machines like this. So you gain in one area and you lose on another. And another thing about this machine here too, and you can look straight down, and the lead screw is totally hidden under the way. So it doesn't, you can see here it's gotten hardly anything on these oiled screws, a couple little chips on the feed rod, nothing on the lead screw, see? So all this stuff tends to stay cleaner than many import lathes or other machines that don't have these considerations. But Axelson had a foundry, and they made oil-filled equipment, oil pumps, those big rocking arm pumps, wellhead valves, and all kinds of stuff. And I think they're still in business, the Axelson oil field end. They separated it when the company sold. Hey, Chloe, come on in here. So the machine was designed by a company that had a foundry. And, you'll find the older Monarchs and stuff. And I noticed on the job, places I've worked and places I've been to that might be working castings like this, they'll use the older machine because it's designed to shed the metal. And plus, these things are beefy and can pretty much take it. So I try to keep like the cross slide here clean. I'll take and keep this brushed off. And that's one of the few vulnerable spots on the machine. There's really no room for a wiper system on these because the profile is so low, extra low on these Axelsons. And you can see the entire top is covered, and it'll barely get a little bit in the taper attachment. You can see it's even got a cover for the scale on it. And it's easy to keep this thing clean with all these covers. So yeah, the entire taper attachment's covered. All this stuff is meant to and designed to shed material. The one thing I did, you know, because I'm working cast iron, I put a quill wiper on here, this piece of aluminum. I got it packed with felt, you know, for this kind of dust. And another thing, if you can't do it with all machines, but this Axelson's got a lot of power. You can take a pretty big bite, and you can see the chips are pretty coarse. Not a whole lot of powder. When you can make a pretty big bite, you see. But you know, like I was trying to do this on the older modern 10EE, you couldn't take very good bites with that machine. It just doesn't have the weight that this Axelson does. It's solid. Okay, well, I'm going to put this with me finishing up the other side of one of these things here, one of these castings, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of them for that carriage for the cannon, and move a little forward on that project. Okay, have a good day. Okay, this what I'm going to do with 4 of these castings is I'm going to build a carriage for this cannon barrel here. I'm not going to use any of this. I'm going to build a naval style carriage for this. And you wouldn't believe the value of something like this once it's completed. It has quite a high monetary value. And kind of cool too. You know, it's not like everybody can put something like this together. So that's what I'm going to do with 4 of these. I got a bunch of them. Okay, going to go back into the shop and show a couple things with the Axelson lathe. I found this chuck key long ago, and somebody made it, and they stamped in it La Blondie. Well, anyway, it happens to fit this chuck, and I'm grabbing it on the recess from the inside, so I'm expanding the jaws outwards. There's a high spot there. Get it to the low spot. Start getting some torque on this thing. More on that whirl. Give it the old knock back. We're getting real close here. Wrong way. It was the wrong way. Okay, now that's the right way. This is one of those old inter-rapid indicators. I've used this thing for 30 years. And I don't think there's a better indicator. I've tried other bases, other indicators, but I keep coming back to this old flex bar arm on a Starrett base and this inter-rapid They're almost indestructible. Okay. This doesn't have to be really stiff. I have to get a little more torque with this thing. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, it's getting real tight. I think it's good to have even tension on the jaws. And I try to do that. Okay, that's within a few thousandths. Okay, get that out of the way. I think we're good. So I'll start on that inside again. Camera's still going. Okay, let's get her in gear. Okay. And what gear do I want to be in? I'll go back to 308. Get her going here. Okay, in the low range, this machine has tremendous power. You could get at about 50. It's good to get under that scale. Yeah, that scale's pretty abrasive and it shows the tip of your cutter pretty quick. This is some fairly hard cast too. My clipboard. Okay, get back in there. Get that. I'm going to cut this face here totally off. This raised spot. So I'll go ahead and get that scale. That looks good. We just keep whacking at about 50 thousandths, I guess. It'll come off pretty quick. Put the old power feed on it. I think that's a reasonable cut. You do 100, but I don't know. Get the rest of it here. What's that doing? Oh, it might be a little more than I should do. I'll take a less than that. That's about 75,000 steps. Kind of a spot here that's kind of deep. You see that spinning around there? That should clean up though. I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of that. And then come back over and do a little finish pass over the whole thing. If that takes that spot out. Not totally. Let's see what happens here. I got a lot to work with. We'll get a look at it. We'll look at that when we're done. I'm going to go ahead and cut the OD. Might not be in a bad spot. Break that edge. Gets going when you got it in low gear, so I got to run it in reverse for a minute. that spot there? You know, I don't think that matters. Just a little anomaly there. Okay, I'm going to make a D16 adapter out of this. Thanks for tuning in. Well, good morning, Chloe. What's happening? She is so shy and hard to get on camera, but this is Chloe on Sunday morning. How you doing there, hon? She's a little bit cold. We're going to take her on in. You a little shaky there? Yeah, let's go on in. Okay.